Who? What up? This song's tight. I know. Got the building updated. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. This new league is gonna be sick. And I just got my grubby little mitts on the new version 2.4 of the community patch. So I'm fucking doing this shit. That's what I'm doing. This shit right here, this nerd shit you can see on the screen, yeah, I'm doing that shit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm making a character. I'm gonna make it, I think I'm gonna make it to 70 or so. Like 70, 74, somewhere around there. I'm probably never gonna make it to 90, so I shouldn't even spec my character that far. But I'm gonna do it like, level 70 or so. See if I can get like 5k health and max resistances at 70, and if I can do that, then I'm set. If I can do that, we're good. Let's get into this shit, man. That song's tight, but let's get into this shit. So, boom. There we go. Path of building. So I got it on the screen here. This is the tree. I'm doing duelist, so that's right. Essentially what we're doing is we're doing duelist gladiator because this shit is what's going to be good for Shield Crush. This shit is going to be top for what I want to do. So Pain Forged is one of the things that you can get from your Ascendancy. 8% of block attack damage if you're damaged by a hit recently, and counterattacks deal double. But the cool thing is, you can't be stunned by hits you block. So we want to buy that. We want to get Versatile Combatant, which is bullshit. This is the other thing that's going to make it really cheap. If you have a chance to block spell damage, then you have a chance to block attack damage. Whatever the attack damage block percentage is also for spells now. And that's going to make us super fucking invulnerable to damage. That makes it way harder for us to die. I was looking at this at work. Violent Retaliation is also fucking cheap. Because 8% increased physical damage every time you block in the past 10 seconds. I don't know what the maximum is in stacks, but you get physical damage for blocking, and we already have a really high block percentage anyway, the way that I want to build this character out. That's good. But the thing that's really bullshit, and the thing that I really need to play Gladiator for, is Blood in the Eyes. This is fucking ridiculous. Attacks have 50% chance to cause bleeding, which is already good. I'm doing bleeding anyway. That's where most of my damage is coming from. But if you hit a dude, you get 25% chance to blind against bleeding enemies. So you're bleeding them, and then once they're bled, you hit them again. You have like a 1 in 4 chance to blind the target. So the target can't even fucking hit you. Even if they did hit you, you have a billion fucking resistances anyway. It's so bullshit. So that's what I'm doing. So far, so good. I have quest points up here and everything. They changed the tree around a little bit. So some of this shit's going to be different, but I kind of know the route that I'm going to take already. I'm picking up armor, evasion, and life because I need a lot of max health. At level like 70 or so. We want to say level 70. I'll just set it to 70 right now. I want to have 5k HP. 4.5 to 5k HP. So I'm going to pick up all of the life nodes I can on the way. But so far we start at level 1. We go for attack speed. Go through here. Pick up this attack speed node. And then we get Art of the Gladiator. It's just attack speed, dexterity. It's not that big of a deal. The real reason why we're going this way is because we can get bravery. So 24% increased evasion rating and armor rating. We need as much armor as we can possibly get with this build. All I'm doing is picking up everything that has to do with the shield from the duelist tree. And the big nodes here are Command of Steel, which is, oh my god, did they buff it? They buffed it. Holy shit, that's sick. Okay, this is even cooler. Command of Steel used to be 1% increased attack damage per increase block attack damage. So it might not be a buff. It might just be a difference in scaling. It used to be 1 per 1. Now it's 5 per 5. So you have to get to a round number. That's what it is. I thought it was more bullshit than it actually is. Um, it's 5% attack damage for every 5% block chance you have. So if we have 70% block chance, we just get 70% attack damage increase. Which we're going to have that anyway because it's a shield build. Everything that I'm doing is going to be based on using a shield. From there, we go straight down here, I think. So we can get this nodes. Yep. Okay. So we need to go here, here. I'm eventually going to get Vitality Void. So Vitality Void is Life Leech. Essentially, we want to get as much Life Leech as possible, as much while holding a shield damage nodes as possible, and as much health as possible. And the rest of it we get from our gear. So I want to pick that up later, but I'm going to wait on that to make sure I have enough points in the new tree. I don't know how much shit has changed in the new tree, so I got to be careful on what I buy. Go down to this dexterity node so we can go across here, and then we pick up Command of the Elements, I'm pretty sure. 40% increased defense from equipped shield. So every time I get increased defense from equipped shield, that increases my attack damage. And increasing my defense from equipped shield, I'm pretty sure means increasing the amount of armor. Yeah, armor, evasion rating, and energy shield are the standard defenses. So I'm increasing the number of armor on the shield, which works in tandem with the spell gem that I'm using, Shield Crush. They should have added Shield Crush in this version of Path of Building. I have Shield Charge. I have Spectral Shield Throw. It looks like they don't have Shield Crush in 2.4. This is 2.4. So it's not added yet. Apparently, if it's not in this build version, it's in the next one, which is tomorrow. So my skill gem is not in here, which kind of sucks. I'm going to be using Shield Charge. I guess I can put that in there. But they don't have my main attack, which kind of sucks dicks. So instead we'll use... Damn, that's not really the same thing either. I was going to say I can use a Spectral Shield Throw, but that's not really the same thing. I might as well stick it on there in placeholder. But it looks like they changed the way that the tree looked a little bit, because I'm not familiar with these too much. Elemental damage with attack shield. I don't really have elemental damage. Attack speed while holding a shield. That's good. Attack speed. Elemental resistances. Elemental resistances. Okay, we're going to go right. So I'm going to go that way and get those. I can get a large jewel socket on the path here. But fuck that. I'm just going to go left to this part of the tree. This part's bullshit. We go down to retaliation. Attack skills deal 20% increased damage while holding a shield. So we want that all day. Increased attack speed while holding a shield. Yep, want that. 40% increased defenses with equipped shields. So that's 80% increased defenses, which means 80% increased damage from Shield Crush. Theoretically, I don't really know how this works in game. And then we get Tetsudo, which increases your block recovery, gives you life every time you block, increases defense from equipped shield. So that's another 60%. So we're at 140% increased damage, theoretically. So far, so fucking good. I'm thinking this ability and this build, or this like type of build, is going to be really fucking cheap this season, or this league. Regenerate life per second, increase melee physical. So melee physical is the type of damage that we do with our ability, so that's good. I could get that. Melee strike range. I don't know if that actually increases my ability range, because I'm using like a projectile ability, but it counts as just an attack. It doesn't count as a projectile for some reason. So I don't know if that increases my like wave effect. That I'll have to keep an eye out for. I'll pick it up anyway just in case it does do that. And then we want Defiance. Yeah, increased damage while holding a shield, increased defenses from equipped shield. So that's what? I'm at 140, so that's 180%. It's fucking crazy. Dude, I don't know why the duelist of all things. You think like dual weapon wielding when you think duelist. You think like using either dual wield or two-handed weapon and just doing a shit ton of damage and evasion. But for some reason, he's the best at using shields. So fuck it, I'm gonna use shields. 12% increased damage while holding, increased defenses. So another fucking 40%, 80% increased defense from equip shield. I think I want to pick up all of these nodes, but I'm going to get 3 right now. So what required level am I at? I have to be 32 in order to get this far in my build. I don't think at low level I'm going to go this way. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll, because it's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels worth of nodes off the actual, like, beaten path that I'm trying to go. So that's not too bad. If I have to go that way. I have to go the right path here because I have to go this offshoot. And especially for this, thick skin, I'm getting that anyway. Thick skin just gives me a ton of life. So at level 70, I'm already at 1300 HP, and I haven't even gotten the Scion cluster. Where's the Scion cluster? Hey, here it is. Okay. I thought they were moving shit around. The Scion cluster right here. This is super important for every build. I don't know anything about Path of Exile, but every fucking build guide I've ever read, they pick up this cluster right here. It's all just life. It's percentage life. 14% increase maximum for the big node, and then the rest of them are all life. You can get Path of the Warrior. That gives you armor, strength, and more increased physical damage, so that's just buffing our damage. We want to get that anyway. On the way there is a basic jewel socket, but I don't know if I want to get that one because I don't pick up anything in this area. It's all based in like radius, so since I don't pick up many skills in this general area, I might not get that one. I'm gonna buy all those because they're fucking good. And then that. So that puts me at what, 45? Level 45 still not that high. I can easily do this. So from there, we have a lot of fucking decisions and we have a lot of directions that we can go. Not to mention that there's a lot of different choices we can make with the build from here. I think there used to be Affliction. Here we go, Dirty Techniques. So if you're doing an Affliction build, which is kind of what I want to do, I want to do either Affliction or I want to do Endurance Charges, which are right here. They're not too far from what I'm building anyway. I can get maximum Endurance Charges. 8% chance to gain one, 8% increased damage per endurance charge, and you're getting +1 on that node, the last node. So if you have a high maximum endurance charge from either your gear or your passive tree, you can end up getting a lot of damage out of this. I either want to do that, or I want to do Dirty Techniques, which is like more damage over time multiplier and more bleed duration, and bleeding deals damage faster. I don't have any poison damage, but all of that is Affliction. And we want Affliction, I think, if we can get it. Let's see, I'm going to look up Affliction real quick. Is it spelled wrong? Maybe I'll just look up Bleed. There we go. So Bleed is all over the fucking place in this part of the tree. Those are the 3 nodes that I was talking about, so bleed damage comes out of those. Guard skill buff. 400 to armor while affected by the guard skill buff. I don't know what that is. I've never seen guard. That's interesting. Maybe that's something I could do. But I'm mostly looking at these. Bloodletting. This ends up making your bleed damage do a fuck ton, and you can always do Crimson Dance, which if you can keep 8 stacks of bleed active at all times, it's really helpful. But I don't know if my build is going to be able to do that against a single target. A lot of this is like worrying about whether or not my build is going to be effective against single target like bosses. If it's just one boss versus me, how good is 8 stacks at all times going to be against one dude? But if you just want to get the Affliction stuff, you can just go for Bloodletting. That's also very good. I'm gonna go this way though, because this is where all the fucking blood shit is. Bloodless is one of the big nodes that I want to get. 8% increased max life, which I need more max life anyway. I need to get 5k out of this build at some point in time so I can do red maps. If you're doing red maps, or if you're doing anything that's crazier than standard content, you want to have like 5k health or more. Getting that out of a build is hard, especially since a lot of it is going to come from your jewels. But if you can manage it, that's the safe bet. That way you don't get fucking one shot all the time. Um, so that being said, I'm going to come down from this branch, I think, and get that. Because Soul of Steel is also really good. It's just more armor and more resistances. But if you have more points lying around that you can just spend on some shit, it could be helpful. I'm either going to go down or I'm going to go left. I think I'm going to go left first. So Warrior's Blood, life per second regen, and stun threshold and strength. That's going to be good because I'm going to probably stun the shit out of things with my ability. Versatility I could get, but meh, I'm just going to get Heart of the Warrior. It's more max life, 10%. Any node that has 10% increased max life, I'm probably going to buy. Let's see. Attack skills deal increased damage while holding a shield. Done. I'll buy that. Increased armor and elemental resistances. I probably need to buy that. And one of these nodes I'm going to buy, and the other one I'm going to tell it to go fuck itself. Increased defenses from equipped shield. I'm going to buy that. And then go this way. Juggernaut. Increased armor. Increased max life. Increased life from recovery flasks. So yes. Sounds good. All of this is just weapon based, so we can ignore all this shit. I don't care about weapons. My weapon is literally just a stat stick at this point. It doesn't matter what my fucking main hand weapon is. It's literally just what my shield is and how high my health pool is, and my maximum defenses. So right now, my max defense is physical damage reduction and armor suck dicks in hell. Mostly because I haven't bought up to 70 yet. Yeah, I'm at 53. So I have 17 quest points. I need 53 in order to have enough money to do this. Cannibalistic right. 2% life on kill. Nah, that sounds like shit. Less for carnage. 12% increased attack speed. Life leech. Life leech is pretty good. But that doesn't really give me much for how much it costs out of the way. Kind of out of the way. I'm going to buy through this node and get this. Aggressive Bastion. That's another huge endurance charge buff and attack buff. Just because I have 30% increased damage with ailments from holding a shield, which I'm doing ailments anyway. I'm doing bleed. And physical damage 30% while holding a shield. So yeah, we want that. And all of the included small nodes that give us more and more of that. If I were to get rid of it, that would lose quite a bit of strength and all of the damage that I get while holding a shield. So why don't I give this guy, he's at 60. Why don't I give this guy some basic items, like normal shit. Some shit that's really easy to find. Or really cheap, like 1C fucking shields. After like week 1 or week 2, you can probably get a surrender for like a fucking chaos orb. So I'll just give him a surrender. Are there any good boots or anything I can get? Let me see. Spectral shield throw. Bleed. I'm kind of basing what I'm doing off of somebody else's 3.1. Oh, this is updated for 1.5. So this is his 1.5 version of his 3.14 build. Huge buffs to shield throw in 3.15. Yeah, whatever. I just needed to see some items off this guy's build so I can get an idea of what it might look like. I want to get Advancing Fortress, which is cheap. This shit's cool. It's a main hand weapon that gives you a ton of increased physical damage. 40 maximum life, which is good. You can get Fortify by all socketed supported gems, which is really good. And I don't know if I'm going to put my main attack in my primary hand. I don't know if I have to put Shield Crush in my shield. I don't know how that works. But if I put it in here, I get Fortify. Which is cool, I guess. I don't think I have to do that. Maybe I can put Defiance Banner in here. And that'll give Fortify to my banner. Maybe I could get Defiance Banner in general. I haven't even thought of that. That might be good. Anyway. I'm going to pick up this thing, add that to my build. It's also very cheap. It's not really worth anything. If I can get weave gauntlets, we'll say that I get my hand on some venomous weave. That might be good. It gives you aspect of the spider. The really only reason that I want this is that it gives you aspect of the spider, which is just like slowing enemies down and making them take more damage when you're near them. So I just get a straight damage buff inadvertently out of my gloves. Let's see. I could craft a belt and then add that to the build. Let me see. Craft item, belt, and we want Stygian Vise, obviously. We want it to have resistances because I don't have any resistances. We're assuming that I'm in the later parts of the game, Act 8. So yeah, at this point, Act 8, Act 10, you start getting negative resistances. That's why everything's negative down here. They make your resistances like 50 or 60% lower, and you have to start getting all your resistances from gear. So I'm going to put that on. We'll say that you get like 37% per resistance. Not very high. That would be like a shitty version of the item, but just to shits and giggles, add that to the build. So we're at a base level of like 15% without our tree having anything purchased yet. So at this point, I'm at 59. I have 11 points left. Starting to get stingy with points. I bought all the main damage shit that I want that's just like shield-based damage. So we're good there. I need to buy ailments at this point with what remaining points I have, which we would want bloodletting. In order to get there, though, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get there, though. 12% increased damage while holding a shield is just straight damage. If I want to get maximum endurance charges, the fastest way to get it is this one, right here. Endurance charge duration and maximum endurance charges would be the fastest way to get it. But, I don't know, I might hold off on that. Since I have to go up this way, it might be cheaper to go down. So 1, 2, 3 gets me there. If I buy this, it would be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. If I don't buy this, then I could get it in 3 either direction. I don't know. That's a tough one because that's basically wasting another point just to get another 12%. What happens if I just say fuck it and I buy this whole circle and then I go this way? I'm at 62. So if I don't do that, I'm at 60. We'll hold off for now so I can have some more points. Chance to cause bleeding, and then bloodletting. Damage over time, damage over time. So chance to cause bleeding I don't need as much. I'm going to have to buy one anyway. I want damage multiplier, not chance to cause, because we're already getting quite a bit of that from this. 50% chance to cause bleeding from blood in the eyes by itself. That's fucking crazy. That means I don't have to spend a bunch of nodes on just getting bleed. So we'll get damage and then not buy that last node. So at this point, I'm at 64. I have 6 points left before I hit 70. I'll probably play the character until late game because I really like the idea of this character and I really want this character to be good. But I wanted to just do a quick little like theory crafting session, see how good it might be sort of thing. Lust for Carnage. Damn, that's a lot of total DPS. That's 7%. 500 DPS. 600 DPS. That could be a lot with all my items and everything specced out, my skill gems linked and all that shit put together. Without all that, it's not going to give me accurate numbers at all. I'm really just trying to get this life total to be higher than 5k and my armor total to be like 20k by the end of this idea. Getting there is the tough part. So, from here, I usually like to go up the tree because you can get stuff like Vanquisher, which is crush enemies for 4 seconds when you hit them for the first time, and you're getting just straight increased physical, which is good. You can get Sanctuary, so that's blocking spell damage. Every time you get spell damage, you get attack damage because of our Gladiator node, Versatile Combatant. That could be good. And sometimes people like to get, if they're doing a shield build, they like to get Glancing Blows because you take 65% of damage from blocked hits, but you double your chance to block, which is like, if you have a low block chance, that could be good, but my block chance is going to be pretty high, so maybe I don't want to do that. What I would pick up off of this side is probably just Tireless. If I wanted more increased max life, I could reduce skill cost also, but I don't think that's going to be a problem with this build. I'm probably going to be capping my mana at least halfway with this anyway, because I'm probably not going to need much mana to use my build. I'm just spamming the same ability over and over again and shield charging when I'm not spamming the ability at a wave of enemies. I'm just shield charging to the next position so I can hold down shift so I can shoot more fucking waves of shotgun shell doom at my enemies. So there's no point in really getting that sort of thing. Increased damage with skills that cost life. That's interesting. Increased damage with skills that cost life. So if I buy this, and then I buy blood magic, and instead of using mana for my skills, I use magic or health pool for my skills, I could do some interesting shit with that. But I think skills reserve life instead of mana. Yeah, so if I do get reserved mana, I end up losing a health pool, so that's not good. I could get a ton of damage and become a glass cannon with Cannibalistic Rite in that regard, but I would lose a lot of my health pool. So maybe not that. Maybe if I got to a safe place with this build and I felt like I was pretty survivable and I didn't need as much survivability as I have later on, maybe I'll do that. But right now I just need to get myself to a high health total. Trying to fucking do that though is tough. Let me look up max life and see where all the max life nodes are. So there are some right here. Golem's Blood is pretty good. I could get that for 3 points. So why don't we do that? That puts me at 3k. So we're getting there. What does he have for a chest piece? Because that will change this number a lot too. Lionized Vision, okay. At this point, I'm getting out of my wheelhouse, so to speak, because some of the items that I'm giving myself are going to be hard to find. Like Lionized Vision, that might not be easy to get, but we'll slap it on there anyway. That puts me over 3k HP, and that gives me 12k armor. What does he have for a helmet? Let's see. I can just slap a helmet in place to see what it might do. Crown of the Inward Eye, okay. So, give myself Crown of the Inward Eye. Yeah, this is like getting ridiculous. I'm probably never gonna get all this fucking gear. Even if I play for 3 months, I might not get all this shit. Crown of the Inward Eye gives me 15,000 armor. My life total's at 3,300 now. So with scaling and everything, it's starting to look pretty good. I still have 6 points before I even hit 70. I think for some of these items, I might not be high enough level. If I go to 63, 64. Oh no, I'm good. Okay. So yeah, level 70. What would I do for boots? What does he suggest for boots? Miracle Pace crafted with life total and resistances. Okay. I'll just make one real quick. So it's a boot armor, and that is a, what kind of greave is that? Steel? Val. It's a Val greave. Okay. Val greaves with max life. I think that's this. Yep, max life. I don't even have to set the totals because it's just for shits and giggles, just to see what it might end up being. Lightning resist. And what else is on there? Regenerate health. Yeah, I won't put that on there. You can crafting bench it for increased armor. So we'll humor increased armor. Crafting bench for like 30%, not that much. Okay. And that would give us 15,000 armor. 3.5k health. So, we're still pretty low. So in the tree I have 6 points left before I get to a pretty decently high level. At this point I do want to get bloodless. I'm gonna need that in order to get my health total high enough. So we're gonna buy this way, get bloodless. That puts us at 69. Okay. So even with bloodless, that's only giving me how much health? That's giving me a total life of 67. What the fuck? That just keeps people from leeching life from you and it doesn't give you any health. 67 isn't shit. Fuck that. Where else can I get health from? Barbarism is not going to give me that much health. Tireless probably will. And honestly, a lot of the time I see people do that anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. How many is it from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. Either way, it's 6. And then there's 4 points in the tree, so that's 10 levels that I have to dedicate just to getting this tireless. So whatever, we'll just do it to see how much health I can get. That puts me at 3,800. Alright, so it's still not even 4k. Fuck. Damn. Getting enough life is the hardest part of this game. You really do have to have a high life total. 69, nice. Yeah, I know, right? You really do have to have a high life total in order to not get spucked. And I'm at level 75 now, and I don't even have my jewel sockets. I haven't even bought jewel sockets yet. I don't even have cluster jewels, I don't have shit. This build doesn't really have anything powerful. And I'm already spending all this money on bullshit. So that's tough. Is there anywhere else in the tree that I can get good health from? Life leech. Life leech. Does this give me total life at all? Gives me 28 total life. Whoop-de-fucking do. Damage life leech. Damage recovery. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That's not really that much. I don't know if I want to buy that at all. Just because it's so far out of the way. That's 6 nodes out of the way. And there's nothing else really there. Impaler? Nah. Don't need that. There's a jewel socket over here, but I didn't buy anything in this zone, so that's pointless. The only jewel socket that I want to buy is probably right here. With 2 points. And then... oh shit, it's not 2 points. It is 2 points. Okay, we're good. Never mind. That one, maybe this one. Because of my life nodes. But there's nothing else in this area. Really? Maybe that one, maybe this one I could buy. There's a large jewel socket that's on this side. Where is it? I just saw it. Here we go. This one. Maybe that would be useful. That gives me a lot of armor. But nothing is giving me health. And that fucking sucks. So at level 80, I could have 1, 2 jewel sockets. Level 81, I get this one, maybe. That doesn't really help me too much, but it's going to help me more than all the other ones that I can possibly get on this path. So I get 2 jewel sockets and a large jewel socket with strength. I don't even know what I would put in there. Watcher's Eye, maybe? If I give myself Watcher's Eye. Give myself like 1 of those, 2 of those. Oh, not craft item. Add item. 2 of those. Let me get 2 of those. Socket 1, socket 2. Not socket 3. Well, socket 3. What does it do? 4K? Almost 4K? If I put it in that one, almost 4K. So yeah, my resistances are only 45% and my health pool is only 4k. My armor is only 16k. Am I not wearing an amulet? Is that why? Hold on. There's the Watcher's Eye. Okay. What amulet would I wear? In Presence? Holy fuck. There's no way I'm gonna get all these items. In Presence, dude? It's not cheap. This guy said this build was cheap. This guy's a bitch. Alright, in Presence is crazy. This thing gives us all of our chaos resistance. Yeah. So I'll add that. It only gives us 20%. Whatever. The real thing is it puts me over 4,000 health. Thank God. So I'm over 4,000. Um, my rings are literally crafted rings. They're steel rings. That way I can get them easily and I can get them pretty early. They're steel rings. Here we go. Steel ring with what on it? It has 4 to 14 physical damage to attacks inherent. So you want to get that because it's going to help us with our DPS. Our DPS is going to be kind of low since we're based on a fucking shield ability. It really gives us accuracy rating per ring, so that's good. Gonna need that, especially since I'm using a widespread ability. Accuracy rating of 140. And what else does it give us? Evasion rating? Evasion... No. Evasion rating. Here we go. Evasion rating of 54, so we'll just put it at 54. 78 max life. There we go. Max life. I need that. A lot of max life tends to come from armor. 78 is a lot, too. So, 78 per ring if I get 2 of these. That's a fuck ton. 44% cold resist. Okay. So, we'll give myself cold resist. Let's say I add one of those. And then the second one I just get fucking lightning resist. I roll a different one and get lightning resist to flesh out my builds. Sure. Do I have to change the name in order to get a duplicate? Or how does that work? Do I save? Oh, I'd have to craft a different one. Can I duplicate this item? No. Okay. I'll just make it cold again. That's fine. And then I'll craft another one. Can't duplicate it. So the other one has what? It has evasion, rating of like not that high. Fucking, what was the other one? Accuracy? Okay. Accuracy rating of pretty good. Max life was the big one. Max life is a prefix, my bad. I'm still learning how to use Path of Building, but it's really useful. 78 is a fuck ton. That's crazy. And it was lightning resistances. Lightning resistances, okay. And we'll just say it's like 30, whatever. There we go. So with all my gear spec'd, I end up getting 75 in my cold and lightning if I get like good rolls on my rings or something. If I don't get good rolls on my rings, I guess I'll just have to rely on the rest of my armor to give me my resistances. These are just placeholder uniques that I put in just because I didn't want to have to fuck with it too much. But I end up with a pretty decent life pool at 4.6. Pretty okay armor at 16. I could definitely do way better in my armor. If I had a better shield, I think the surrender is kind of a whack shield anyway. Armor if you blocked recently, but that's a global. That doesn't go to your shield armor. The only thing that buffs our shield armor is going to be that increased armor for your shield from the percentages that we get in the tree. A lot of those shield nodes that I picked up did that early on. Yeah, increased defenses from equipped shield, so that's going to help us with that damage that we need. But so far it looks pretty okay. My build is not doing Shaper anytime soon, but it looks pretty alright. At 81 I could do that. I went up there so I could get bloodless, but that seems kind of shitty other than the fact that you can't get leeched. I don't know how many enemies really life leech you though in this game. I don't know if that's going to be super good. So I might not buy that right now. Risk awareness, nah. Just trying to get more health at this point, but there's not too many places to get it from. At level 80, this looks pretty okay. This looks like a decent starting point. And then from here, I can flesh out my build more when I get into the game and I get a feel for how my build works in practice and see where I'm missing stuff, see some of my flaws, and buy a couple of different things. Also get my actual attack skill gem. I don't even have that in here. Figure out how much damage I'd be doing in reality. But yeah, this is my general idea. Getting a shit ton of shield damage with Shield Crush and just getting as much defense as possible. My physical damage reduction with this build and all these items is 73. Yeah, 73. I thought it was 75, but it's 73. So that's really good. That's going to help us survive a lot easier. Bleed damage is going to be way more useful than I think I'm assuming. Because if I wanted to, this is only 80, I could go over here and get the life leech that I didn't pick up. Damage leech is life. Total life recovery per second. Increase per second. I don't really care about per second. I would just go left and pick that up for 3 points. So 85, I could get that. And then I'm life leeching on top of all the armor and reduction that I have. I still keep my evasion. So what is my evasion anyway? 804. So my evasion percentage from tree is 36. Okay. If I wanted to get more, could I get it somewhere close by? Converts all evasion rating to armor? Hell no. I need evasion. I could pick it up over here. Dodge movement while phasing. I'm not phasing at all. Nowhere close by, huh? Alright, so we probably just pick up this. Sanctuary. We probably just pick up Sanctuary. That's going to give us the rest of our resistances while holding a shield and just say fuck it. Because there's nothing else that looks good. You take 20% reduced extra damage from critical strikes. Damn. 30% increased armor. Damn. What? I didn't see this. 20% reduced effective curses. What the fuck? This is good. Hey, buy this. That's max resistances. With some spillover. Nice. And then we buy this. Damn. Now my armor is 20k. Hey, alright. This build doesn't suck now. I only have to get to level 94, which is like fucking impossible, but hey, this build doesn't suck now. Cool. So yeah, it's just a theory. In practice, we'll see. I don't know if it'll do good. I don't know if it'll just suck. But I want to use Shield Crush, and damn it, this is the easiest way to do it. That I can figure out. But then again, I'm not very good at path. I'm going to be learning a lot this league. And honestly, I'm just excited to get my fucking toes wet and learn a lot of shit. So, that being said, I'm going to save this as the basis of my Shield Crush build. And call it good for now. That was fun. I had fun just dicking around and seeing what I could figure out myself. Hopefully, other people come up with cooler ideas and perfect the art of Shield Crush. And I could, you know, rip them off and take all their ideas. But for now, I'm going to stick with this. Alright, cool. That being said, I think it is break time. Yeah, it's been like an hour. I've been dicking around in this thing. So I'm going to take a break, like 5 to 7. And then tomorrow, we're going to be playing fucking Path with this idea. I'm excited. Yeah, and then say it was my idea all along. Exactly. And then, after they come up with cool ideas that I didn't think of, I'm going to take their ideas and then say I was the one who came up with it the whole time. Because they didn't have any proof. And I ripped them off. Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm going to take a break. Thanks. I appreciate the support. Be cool.